hindi ako pumunta doon to do a welfare check sa kanya. Yung pamilya, yung mga magkakapatid, yung mga anak, walang nangyaring insidente na hinimatay si Digong.
Gangster, you know, we do that better than anybody. I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the front, but I don't think they know it. Straight to the depths of hell is where them cowards going. Well, all you still down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils be sorry for the day they finally free me. I got a caravan of niggas every time we ride. Hitting motherfuckers up when we pass by. Until I die, live the life of a boss player. Cause even when I'm high, fuck with me and get crossed later. The
Honorable Senator Sonny Trillanes.
Ay,
Sen, kumusta ka?
ay magandang araw sa iyo, Jojo A, at sa ating mga viewers.
Okay, gumanda ang araw ko dahil ikaw ang guest ko, di ba? Ito mo, land, air, and sea. Inisip ko, saan nga pala yung air? Dito na, air na lang, di ba? Yung air of confidence, yung air of courage, you know? There's so many things I want to ask you, no? Pero let's stick to the order of the day, Senator. Ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon is yung welfare, ayan na lang, no? Welfare and kalagayan ni former President Digong at The Hague.
Yeah.
And you were there just recently.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
And they were saying na parang instead of parang ikaw parang lumalabas pa negative yung pagpunta mo doon. Di ba? What do you say about this?
Okay, just to be clear, unang-una, hindi ako pumunta doon to do a welfare check sa kanya.
Okay.
Meron po akong mga iba't ibang engagement sa ICC. Isa na yung pag-discuss kung ano yung mga polisiya ng ICC sa kanilang detention center. Paano yung ano nila, kondisyon, ano yung itsura ng mga facilities sila. So, komportable si Digong doon.
Okay.
10 square meters yung kanyang kwarto. Hindi to selda. Meron siya sariling CR, may kitchen sila, may common area, may library, recreational facilities. Talagang lahat ng pag-alaga sa isang detainee ando doon. Meron ding medical team sa loob na naka-standby. 6 lang sila doon eh. Tapos, meron ding ambulance na naka-standby. Yung hospital, 5 minutes away. So talagang walang problema. And again, to be clear, hindi ko siya binisita kasi bawal yun. Kailangan papayag siya sa mga bibisita sa kanya.
Oh,
Yan.
okay. So it's not a welfare check, no?
It's not.
Kasi yun ang sino nagsasabi ng welfare check na yan?
Yung pamilya, yung mga magkakapatid, yung mga anak. Kasi ito, no, liliwanagin ko. When I was there, based sa nakalap ko impormasyon, walang nangyaring insidente na hinimatay si Digong. Yung sinasabi ni Sara na hinimatay, unconscious, 3 beses, walang ganon. And in fact, even the wife, si Mrs. Zimmerman, sinasabi niya, walang ganon, okay yung asawa niya, masaya, lahat. Kaya there is no cognitive decline, there is no physical or medical condition. Talaga nagsisinungaling lang yung magkakapatid.
Okay. So talagang parang there was no official anything na pinadala ka doon ng government. Because one, you're not connected anyway with the whatsoever, no?
Yes.
So this is in your as part of the invitation of the ICC. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. In my private capacity, I was invited there dahil simula noong 2017, dahil una nga kami nag-file ng communication, may engagement na kami with the ICC. Tinutulungan namin sila mag-produce ng testigo, mga dokumento. Kaya na-appreciate naman nila yung mga, efforts yung samahan. So doon, diniscuss lang yung iba't ibang sangay ng ICC. Marami kasi yan. It's not just one entity or department.
Etong si is it Kaufman or something?
Yes, Kaufman.
Yeah? Have you had a chance to talk with him?
No. Kasi I think he rarely visits the ICC naman eh. So ito lang, tinig lang. Kasi kailangan malaman din natin kung ano ba. Kasi interested party kami. Eh ngayon, merong pending yung interim release, di ba? Kaya palagi ko yung sinasabi nilang ganito yung kondisyon, cognitive decline, hinimatay, gano'n. Palagay kong audience nito yung pre-trial chamber na mag-grant ng interim release. Ano sila ng kaawaan, gano'n. At the same time, yung mga Duterte supporters din sa Pilipinas para ano yung base nila, ma-rile up, at magalit. Pero hindi totoo.
So he's well.
He's well.
There's nothing wrong with him physically.
Yeah.
Short of saying he's fit for trial.
Yes.
That's what you're saying, no?
And ngayon, yung medical evaluation niya ongoing. So within the next few weeks, matatapos 'yon. Then the pre-trial chamber will decide kung kailan nila i-schedule yung confirmation of charges hearing. So most likely November 'yon.
November na.
Baka.
Pero it was scheduled actually for September, di ba?
Supposed to be. Kaso nga, biglang naglabas sila ng medical condition daw. So, na-delay yun.
Have you had a chance to see
Harry Roque.
Harry Roque?
Actually,
Nakita ba kayo doon?
hindi. Kasi when I visited the facility, tinignan ko rin yung lugar ng mga, kung nasan yung mga Duterte supporters. May mga naka-engage ako ng mga Duterte supporters. So, mag-isa lang naman ako doon. Tinitignan ko kung ano. Okay naman. Cordial naman sila. May mga nagpa-picture pa, may nagkwentuhan. Palagay ko yung, yung viciousness sa online lang yun eh. Iba yung, kasi yung Pilipino, good nature dyan eh. Kahit visit ka sa isang tao, isnabi mo na lang eh, di ba? Hindi yung parang, yun. So, gano'n naman.
But you have to give it to yourself also because your charm exudes pagka naandyan ka na lalo in person, di ba? Kaya nga tama eh, ICC talaga na, intelligent, courageous, and charismatic. Di ba? Eh, pagdating doon, nung nandiyan na yung mga nasa hig, nandun ka sa labas, hindi ba, anong initial reaction nila? Wala bang, talagang okay, ha?
Hindi, nakita nila, yung iba, parang nasyak lang, uy, si Trillanes yun, Di, tingin-tingin lang. Tapos, may group of people doon, nakipagkamayan, tapos, may nagpa-picture, sir, pa-picture. Sabi ko, sige, kamusta kayo dito? Ganon lang. Very cordial.
Pero there was parang I do not know if it's, kasi ngayon, di mo na alam, dumadaan sa feed ko minsan. There was parang sort of ewan ko kung press conference. Did you have a press conference in The Hague? And I think meron daw sino ba yan? Maharlika wanted to ask a question and hindi raw pinayagan. Is that true?
No. The only time na-meet ko yan si Maharlika, I think sa ano yan siya LA or San Francisco. Basta isang forum, ando naman siya, well-behaved lang. Kaso, pagka off the air, meron silang eksena, it's for the base. Ako nga, kinamayan ako niyan. Sabi niya, sir, sabi niya, maganda pala, magkakampi tayo someday. Sabi ko, okay lang naman yan eh. Wala namang problema sa akin. So, meron silang persona for the audience din eh.
Okay.
But if you're nice to them, they're nice to you. Walang walang ganon. Matagal na yun. Siguro kung yung clip na yon, I think that was way back 2017 or 2018 sa US.
Kasi ngayon, nawawala na ako sa hindi mo na malaman ngayon kung ano yung...
nire-recycle nila kasi.
Nire-recycle nila. Ang dami. How are you with social media and all this?
I think hindi kami magaling doon. Yung team namin, when I got in, kasi noong 2007, wala pang, Friendster pa lang yung nung time na yun. So, ako pa yung nagawang example no na using Friendster doon. But hindi pa ganun kalawak yung gumagamit ng social media. So, old school, ang campaigning, ganon. And I only spent 5 million pesos noong time na yon. Yung mga kalabang ko, billion na.
Yeah.
So, yun. Pero hindi kami nakapag-adapt doon sa terrain. By 2016, nag-iba ng totally yung terrain. Then, here comes the fake news. Noon kasi, alam mo, meron tayong assumption na pag kami nag-post ka, totoo yan. Di pinaniniwalaan. Pero nung pumasok yung Duterte, sila talaga yung nagsimula niyan. I remember yung unang fake news sila, yung ginawa raw safest city in the world ni Duterte yung Davao.
Ang Davao. So, it's fake news.
Of course, kahit yung, pag tinignan mo, sa top 1,000 safest cities, hindi papasok yun eh. Dito sa Pilipinas, yun ang most dangerous.
Ang Davao is most dangerous.
Kasi number 1 siya sa murder, sa rape. Biruin mo yun. And statistics ito ng Philippine National Police that time when he was mayor.
Okay.
Pero the way they were able to spin it, they made people believe na safe yung Davao. Tayo naman pumunta tayo ng Davao. Compare mo nga yan sa Singapore kung nasa kalingkingan yan. Hindi. But ganun eh. Yun yung fake news na finid nila. And that time, hindi pa nafa-fact check, people believed it. So kaya siya naging presidente.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
that's actually the first time I've heard it, no?
Yeah.
Maganda po yun sa mga nanonood sa atin. Siguro, the keyword there is fact check, no? Because now everything naman is online.
Yeah.
You can actually do your own research. You can and then the analysis, of course, very personal. But based on the data, you can also come up with your own tawag dito yung iyong analysis kung ano talagang totoo and anong hindi.
Yeah.
Ngayon ko lang narinig yan, kasi all the while I thought talaga, Sen, it was factual na ang Davao is one of the safest.
Yes.
No?
Yun yung nilabas sila nung campaign ng 2016. But we got the data, the statistics from the Philippine National Police. Tinignan mo, number 1 sa murder, Davao. Number 1 sa rape, Davao. Pero galing eh. Na-spin nila. And sabi ko nga, hindi ko ma-blame yung tao eh. Kasi maganda yung pagka-package eh. Maganda yung pagka-package.
Magaling ang marketing team
Maganda
niya.
yung marketing team.
Kasi talagang ako, nung nagpunta nga ako doon, although nakita ko naman maganda, malinis, no? Orderly. Pero, syempre, you can never say din na, first, lang yun eh. Isang area lang naman pinuntahan ko din, no? Tsaka, hindi ko naman chinek na yung mga talagang going-ons doon. Dati,
pag pumunta ka doon, hanggang ngayon, sobra traffic Ibang standard ng traffic ng Davao. Pero hindi kasi na-highlight yun. Then, syempre, nagpresidente yung si Digong, binuhusan nila ng pera ng sobra-sobra yan. But before that, pag napunta ka doon sa depressed areas, ganun din. Problema ng tubig, traffic, baha, sira-sirang kalye. It's the same as kung sa Mindanao nga, palagay ko, pag idikit siya sa General Santos, mas maganda pa yung General Santos eh.
Also, kung gano'n ang sitwasyon doon, it also holds true for the drug, for the drug problem, di ba? Na medyo, na-spin din nila ba yan?
Spin nila.
Sen, kung kasi yun ang pinaka, the presidency and his was anchored on that eh.
Yes.
Di ba?
And ako, before pumasok yung mga iba't ibang impormasyon, I also bought into that thing na anti-crime crusader, anti-drug crusader. But then, may mga pumasok na testigo sa amin eh. Sina Las Cañas, tapos sila Asierto, nakita namin yung everything was a facade, no? Ano pala siya? Siya pala yung meron drug lord, nakapartner. So, para hindi siya pagsuspetsahan, siya yung galit na galit kunyari. Tapos pinapatay niya yung karibal ng drug lord nila, si Michael Yang. And na-prove na yan. In fact, yun yung conclusion ng Quadcom last year. Na siya talaga yung nagmamando. Kaya nung panahon niya, di ba, tons ang pumapasok na shabu sa customs. So, ang ginawa nila, ni-raid nila yung mga shabu lab. Kasi kompetensya eh. So nung napatay na yung...
Business competition.
Yeah, nung na-shutdown na yung domestic supply, sila na lang ang nagsusupply through importation. Ilan yon? Ilan yung tons na pumasok? Wala silang. So yun yung na-discover namin lahat. And I was shouting to the heavens sa Pilipino about it. Kaso nga sa sobrang effective nung kanyang propaganda machinery, ako yung parang lumalabas sinungaling o kung ano man. But yun nga, eventually, lumabas yung mga katotohanan. Yung involvement niya, nakita mo, ina-arbor niya si Michael Yang. May isang drug enforcement group na PNP, si Colonel Asierto na sinabing, si Michael Yang, drug lord. Ginawa niya, kinasuhan niya tong tao, si Colonel Asierto. Tapos pinoteksyonan niya si Michael Yang. So, yun na yan. Eventually, lumabas na yung...
well, now that it's no longer there, di ba?
Yeah.
Is the drug trade that supposed to be na handled nila, is it still ongoing, you think?
Yes. Ito kasing
Ano yan? Is it handed down to who? Who's managing it now?
Di ba meron na sindikato sa PNP na nahuli? Lahat yun, konektado sa kanila. Yung mga kinasuhan nung, I think, October of 2022. Just months after nawala sila sa pwesto, nagkaselosan sa teritoryo, sila nagkaanuhan.
Sila mismo.
Di ngayon nahuli sila, dami nila. Anyway, ando dun yan. Ngayon, nabasag na ulit dati sila lang ang supplier eh. Kaya tumaas yung value. Kasi pagka mababa yung supply, mataas yung value sa kanila, solo nila.
Law of supply and demand.
Ngayon, nabasag na ulit, ang dami ulit supply. Tapos, mga sindikato pa rin nila yung humahandle. Pero ngayon, since yung presidente hindi siya involved dun sa cartel, lahat nung nahuhuli. Dati hindi. Ina-arbor.
What can you say now to the children that are still in power? You know,
well, alam mo,
we'll start off muna with the local one. Let's start off with Mayor Baste and Congressman Pulong.
Sa atin. I'm sure napanood mo yung video ni Pulong na yung may parang sasaksakin siya, di ba? It was so viral. Alam mo, nung nakarang eleksyon, prior to that video, ang survey ni Pulong was 80%, yung kalaban niya 20%. Lumabas yung video. Di ba, ordinarily, grabe naman yon. Dapat bababa.
Dapat,
Pero ang nangyari, election day, 88% si Pulong.
Tumaas pa.
Tumaas after that video.
Okay.
So, makita mo, we're dealing with a cult followership dito. Hindi na wala nang gagawing mali. Kaya tayo naman, marunong tayong mangilatis ng tao.
Yes,
Si Pulong, tingnan mo siya, pakinggan mo siya, tingnan mo yung body of work niya. Walang ni isang bill na file ito. Kung magsalita, parang sanggano lang, bully, ganon. But talagang in love yung distrito niya sa kanya. At least yung distrito niya. That would hold true with for the whole Davao City.
So only parang, Davao City, no?
And yung neighboring provinces, basta Duterte name, parang, I don't know, parang kulto na, hindi, maka-Duterte sila, regardless. Parang gano'n. Okay. So, yun ang problema ng bansa natin. Until ma-shake off yan, they snap out of it, we'll continue to deal with these people.
Okay. Kasi lumalabas pa ngayon, merong, again, because of social media, there was nagulat din ako 50 billion or something, or
51 billion.
51 billion in his district alone, which is, di ba, hindi naman ganung
flood control.
Flood control or something.
Yun.
Sige.
So yun na nga. Ang sinasabi ko rito, if you're really serious about getting to the bottom of this, tignan nyo yung pinakang malalaki. And that is Yun kay Pulong, yung distrito niya. 51 billion. Ngayon, sobra baha doon, ha? Tuwing umuulan, talagang baha. Yun ang unahin dapat. Kasi doon nagsimula yung sindikato. Nung naupo sila sa pwesto, tignan nyo yung mga Yusek Bernardo, yung mga ano. Sila nag-promote niyan. Sila naglagay niyan dyan.
Oh, okay.
So doon na-set up yung sindikato. Kaya nagtuloy-tuloy na parang akala nila normal na lang na gano'n. So, kaya sabi ko, we need to get there. That's why I was questioning itong si Mayor Magalong. Kung talaga independent ka, bakit hindi mo inuuna yung mga malaki? And in fact, nung 2022, nung campaign nun, nagkausap kami. Nagrereklamo siya sa akin about yung rock netting sa...
Yes.
Oo. Sinasabi niya, dyan, 10% lang yung ginagastos. Tapos yung budget, yung 90% nakukuha na nila. 36 billion yan, sabi niya sa akin. Ito, in-identify niya kung sino-sino yung mga behind it. Pero mga konektado sa Duterte administration. Kaya nagtataka ako, why are you crusading about it now when you know about it nung panahon pa ni Duterte? Di ba?
Oh, okay.
Ba't hindi ka nagsasalita noon? Ano ba to? Ngayon lang sumulpot? Alam ko,
Selective
hindi.
memory.
Yun. Tapos up to now, hindi niya sinasabi kung sino yung nung pumunta sila sa Davao, hindi sila pumunta sa Davao City, sa Davao Occidental pa. So, kumbaga, sabi ko, you cannot be independent kung Duterte supporter ka.
I think this is the most critical at any point of history that we have. No, we are now treading in critical times for our country.
Yes.
Diba? Especially with what's happening also around us globally. Yung West Philippine Sea and the China and the Americans are now medyo nagkakaroon na rin sila ng confrontation. Diba?
Yeah. So, you mentioned it, na talagang critical yung period na to. And, di ba, 2028, sana nga umabot tayo ng eleksyon. Di ba? Kasi etong grupo ng mga Duterte, talagang determined sila na makabalik sa pwesto even before 2028. Di ba? Kaya sasakyan nila itong mga issues na to. So, they're demanding, resignation, ouster. Sana naman, kasi imaginein mo, pagre-resignin nila si President Marcos para maupo si Sara. Na-imagine nyo naman
that is the grand plan. Do you think that's the grand plan, no?
Yes, it's an active plan. And they're working on it. Kailangan nating magbantay to prevent that from happening. Sige, pursue natin yung accountability, yung justice, ayusin natin para hindi na ito mangyari. Pero, huwag naman natin i-install ito isa. Kasi, parang from the frying pan into the fire.
Into the fire. meron pa kang chismis dyan na alam mo naman tayo, puro so, meron chismis pa dyan na Sen, na there's daw a movement, no? Like what you said, to install her before, 2028. I mean, for the lack of a better term, a coup is the only way for that to happen. Pero, I don't know again kung pero ba't hindi raw natutuloy because there are some factions that do not want them to come back also or something like that. Paano bang...
Yes, that's true. At least based doon sa pagpulso ko doon sa mga officers ng AFP, generally, sila, yung active talagang professional sila, suporta sila sa Constitution and the chain of command. So, kaya. Pero sa mga retirees, marami doon na ayaw kay Sara kasi pro-China siya. So, yun ang kanilang issue. Aside sa, siyempre, iba, nakita na natin kami, topak yan Parang, ayaw nila noon.
Ayaw ba?
Kumaga, di ba?
Okay. Kumunti ka mapamyaw-myaw.
So, na-imagine ko noong 80s, pag naliligo ka ng mga, noon, pag nilalapitan ka ng mga Di ba, makikita mo, teka, parang medyo, may krung-krung.
Politica all the way. Politica all the way. Politica all the way.
So, it's very evident to a lot of people na mulat na hindi to pwede. So, yun yung nag-i-stop. Yung iba ng mga nagpo-push, yung mga retirees na nagpo-push, yung may mga Duterte, yung iba gusto nila junta o may council, gusto nila kung sino-sino. Pero ultimately, the public at large, ang gusto pa rin natin ito yung existing order.
The natural order of things.
Kumbaga, ang gusto natin, yung institutions will sort these problems out.
Yes.
No matter how difficult it is. If not, doon sa 2028, we pick the right leaders na will get us to where we want to be, di ba? So, yun yung nangyari. Kaya, that's fortunate na nakita yon yung episode ni Sarah na naka-video siya yung, parang yung black yung background na sabi niya kung ano-anong gagawin. Di ba? Yun. Marami nakakita. Teka, imagine giving the power of the presidency to such a person. Dapat, kilabutan ka doon.
So, these are the factors na you see na medyo kaya hindi natutuloy yung sinasabi nilang no? Pero si Secretary Sal Panelo was very, he was very vocal about the RevGov, revolution of government. Are you also for that, especially now that's what's happening? Both houses, Senate, and Congress are medyo, they're not in disarray, but they're both chaotic. They're having problems now, and they're at odds with each other. So,
well, una-una, i-cite ko lang, si Sal Panelo, makita mo kahit Duterte, supporter, pero ayaw rin niya kay Sara. Di ba? She cannot even recommend na, hindi, kailangan si Sara mag-assume. Anyway, ako, yung background ko, di ba, nag-rebelde ako. Pero at this point in time, ang tanong kasi pagka tinulak mo yung ganyang formula, ang tanong dito sino? It's going to be so messy. Kahit sinong pumustura dyan, there would be a faction who will say, teka, bakit ikaw? So, kami pwede rin. Then, pwede yan. Baka yung mga Mindanaoans, mag-push sila na, teka, kung ganyan din lang, mag-independent na kami o mga Cebuano. Mas malaking gulo yun. Kaya sabi ko nga, ang least messy is, hayaan na muna natin, let's, kahit na ganito na yung institutions natin, but at least, meron semblance of normalcy and order. And we will tide it over. I am sure of it, marami pa rin
being Filipinos,
maayos
nakapag-taste na tayo. Taste na lang natin sila hanggat So how are you and the president?
Well,
have you had a chance to have coffee and talk with him? Because kasi from the looks of it and how you're handling things and how cool you are with and confident you are with how you handle things in issues, I think siguro you're one of those that is needed in his group, you know?
Well, I won't go that far yet, but nung senador kami, magkasabay kami. Mag-roommate kami, magkapartido kami. Ay, hindi pala roommate, yung mag-neighbors kami. So, maganda naman yung samahan namin noon when we were in the Senate. So, I think, even nung tumakbo kami sabay nung 2016, hindi naman kami nagbanatan. So, okay naman. And hanggang pwede magbigay ng advice through
and support.
Yeah, ginagawa naman natin.
But would you consider maybe to make it more official in a level of being part of the cabinet na are you okay with that? Kasi it's a very inclusive government and nakikita ko he needs all the help that he can have.
Well, in that sense, talagang pag umabot tayo dyan, kasi may 1-year ban
may
pa
1 year
ako.
period.
So, I'll just cross the bridge when I get
You get
there.
there,
But ako, sa nakikita ko rito, the alternative to this administration right now is Sara Duterte. So, talagang nightmare scenario yun. So, we need to help President Marcos succeed. And hopefully, we get to 2028. It would be another chance sa mga Pilipino na mag-reset, na kumbaga to start anew. Eh di, pili tayo ng gusto natin na leader. But yes, itong next 3 years, critical ito kay President Marcos, and we need to help make him succeed. Yeah.
Tapos 2028 we will start afresh maybe
Yes.
no. So to you, short of saying the grand plan is not for short of saying the other group to come back to power,
Yeah.
na? The group of former President Duterte.
Yes. And alam mo kung hindi siya nakulong nung March, baka nakabalik na sila sa pwesto. Through Duterte, yung sinasabi nilang RevGov na siya yung leader, kasi may consensus siya dun sa kanila base nila Pero dito ayaw nila kay Sara So imagine kung nandito siya, they could have just
Well,
yeah.
they have still allies in the Senate.
Yeah. Oh,
Di ba? Sen?
marami. And yun na nga, it's just fortunate na nadala na siya sa dahig. Kasi wala na siya dito. They cannot use him para makabalik sila sa pwesto at siya yung magiging leader ng revolutionary government. So that option is already out of the table. And that's saving President Marcos. So yun ang.
So saving grace pa pala yun talagang pagdala sa kanya doon. Yeah,
And that's also his legacy. Aside from the fact na hininto niya yung mga EJ case, so pinrovide niya yung democratic space, hindi niya kinuha yung media, everybody can just criticize him. And yan, napakulong niya so that's a good enough legacy.
Well, before I forget pala, eto, may inisip ko pala to, for you talaga to, na sinave ko tong joke ko na to for you. Alam mo, may joke ako sa'yo. on that note, no? Sabi nga, kapag ka daw, ito, para sa'yo to, kapag daw ang isang bagay, no? Nalaglag, ang bagsak yan sa sahig. Diba? Pero pag daw ang politiko, nalaglag, ang bagsak yan sa dahig.
Iyo.
Joke! Inisip ko lang yung para sa'yo. Alam mo naman, joke.
Oo nga.
Ganun.
Eksakto na daw siya na hinimatay sa Hague.
Pero ang mga tawag dito, ang gusto raw sumalba sa Senado, yung merong The Hague. Sabay, ako, magagal. Joke lang, nako, nagkakasarapan lang ng kwentuhan dito. So, that's what I tell my viewers, sabi ko. Naman dito, para lang, kwentuhang kanto lang tayo dito, di ba? In every sense of the, Anyway, let's talk about, yung tawag dito, the Senate now. Senator, yeah, there are rumors now that going around, the Senator Bato daw and the Senator Bongo will be the next in the ICC. Have you heard about that?
Well, yun yung nakalap ko na impormasyon na si Bato de la Rosa, siguro within the next few months, may issue siya na warrant. Then, hopefully sabay or probably just a little later, si Bongo. Sila yung kasi sila yung integral elements dun sa dun sa EJ case Si Digong yung nag-uutos, si Bato yung nag-implement sa PNP, si naman yung paymaster dito sa kabila, si Bongo. So kailangan talagang
so they're all part of the stew, no?
Oo.
Talagang for it to be effectively, well, not effectively, but for it to happen, you
Yeah.
need these people
The three,
also, and
yes.
so involved talaga sila.
Involved
Ano
talaga,
ba?
oo.
So yun din ang usapan nyo sa ICC. Ganun ba?
Yes, yes.
You
oo.
spoke to them also.
Yeah, oo. So,
Alright.
yun yung yun din yung mga nabibigay namin ng mga testigo, mga ebidensya, leading to the case build-up of these two remaining individuals. Pero alam mo, kung sakaling matuloy yan, magkakasama-sama sila doon. May common area talaga. May pwede sila magkwentuhan
Hindi sila magkwentuhan.
I think built for 30 individuals yata yung detention center. So, 6 lang yung occupied Pagka so pwede nga sila magluto. Palagi ko paglulutuin nila si Bato yan kasi hello naman sa medyo matabang yung
Bland yung pagkain sa
food, sa Europe. So, ito ngayon, may tagaluto na si Digong.
Well, okay. Medyo natutuwa lang sa the way you put things. Alam mo, I'm privy also to yung mga pinagdaanan mo. Nakulong. You've also had jail time before, and you've always been very vocal about what you wanted for the country. At this point, ikaw ba are you past disappointment, or are you in that place of things need to be done? Ito lang, wala tayong hindi ka frustrated kasi ang dami ko nakakilala frustrated na
For some reason, sinasabi nila yun daw yung aking gift na I am the eternal optimist, despite everything. Kasi nakikita ko rin naman na we're
moving.
We're moving. Tapos yung dark years na nakita ko yun 6 years ni Digong, nalagpasan yun And nakita ko a lot of people have changed their perspective about that. So may pag-asa, may hope. There's always hope. And ito lang, igliwanagin ko lang with all seriousness. Yung kanina, let's just not forget na kaya nakakulong si Duterte because siya yung nag-utos ng pagpatay ng libu-libong Pilipino. Yun. We were there, we were witnesses, nakita natin talaga yon. Doon sa Senate, dami naming information doon. Talaga nangyayari yon. Bawal yon. Bawal nga pumatay ng isa magpapatay ka pa ng libo-libo. So yun ang dahilan kung bakit sila nakakulong. Kasi kailangan ko sabihin yan dahil maraming mga Pilipino na nadadala sa awa ngayon, at this time, na parang pero hindi inosenteng tao si Digong. Hindi po siya parang pare lang na dinampot mo, kinulong mo na kumaga without any reason. Ganon ang ginawa niya kay Dilima, pero ito hindi yun ang sa kanya. Kaya kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan niya ngayon, part yan nung hustisya. Yun lang po yun.
Yeah, I've read nga somewhere is also some sort of a come-uppance already for the whole but of course to some it's kanya-kanya yan di ba? Very subjective yan, but it goes both ways, To some it's hindi yun, it's a parang it's a sacrifice on their part, but to some it's a suffering because it's part of reaping what you sow
Yes.
Meron kami ditong tinatawag na DNA, hindi nyo alam. Yan, segment natin with sabi niya, kung makaka-dinner ka ba with the past president, sino ang pipiliin mo at bakit?
Si President Aquino. Kasi,
President Aquino.
si Pinoy.
Si Pinoy.
Okay. Dahil siya and nung hindi na siya presidente, we had a few lunches together.
Oh, good. Okay. Kung hindi ka raw naging sundalo or senador, ayan. Anong trabaho, what do you think would you have been?
Before ako pumasok sa PMA, nag-engineering ako sa Lasal. So, I was supposed to finish by the time So, most likely, baka OFW ako ngayon. most likely.
Hindi sa flood control, ha? Hindi nga contractor, ha?
Hindi,
contractor sa
ECE
flood
ako
control,
eh.
ha?
ECE
Ah,
eh. Yun ang uso ng
electrical.
O baka dito ako nagtatrabaho sa ano.
Ikaw ba? Yung mga ano natin dito. Okay. What is the last movie or the series na pinanood mo? Or what type of movies do you like, Sen?
Iba-iba eh. Minsan, pag nakita mo sa Netflix, nag-surf ka, may maganda, okay, yun. Meron Korean din ako na, mga napapanood. Meron ako napanood, maganda yung Mr. Sunshine. Ewan ko, napanood
Mr.
yun.
Sunshine?
Maganda yun.
Hindi ko yata napanood
Oo.
yan.
Maganda yun. Maganda yun.
Do you cry in this, ano? I mean, do you actually, really?
Hindi naman.
Hindi ka ba,
Kasi
ano?
medyo light, siya eh.
Light,
Romantic something na may historical. Maganda eh. Then, yung iba, yung mga usual action
Mga
movies.
action movies,
ganyan.
ha?
Ang huli kong napanood na movie, yung kay Tom Cruise na yung
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Oo. Malalim na yun, eh, no?
Oo.
Malalim na talaga yun.
Pero it's a glimpse sa future
of what's happening.
na. Iba yun, yung AI, iba yun.
Oo nga eh. Are you into the social media thing and this is AI thing, Sen?
Alam
Kasi
mo,
hindi naman uso ng time natin yan, actually.
yes, pero tinitignan mo yung ako nakikita ko yung dangers ng abuse. Pagka ginamit mo lang for
entertainment or for
purposes, pero pagka may nag-abuse na diyan, kailangan na natin lagyan ng guardrails So yun.
Kasi agree ako dyan sa sinabi mong yan. Anything that is used for a negative or for a purpose that other than productivity and for progress and for positive things, usually talagang hindi maganda lumalabas. Especially with AI, ang dali na mag-fake news eh.
Oo.
'Di ba?
Sobra.
Ang dami ng Anyway, ang dami pa nating meron pa dito naman. Bago tayo mapunta diyan, there's also a segment we call name drop.
Yeah.
Okay? I'll drop a name and then you just drop something about your thoughts very quickly. Okay?
Sige.
Let's start off with Congressman Kiko Barzaga.
May topak. Topak eh. Oo eh. Oo, di ba?
May topak, ha?
Oo, topak.
Okay. Kasi some say that yung hindi naman topak, yung naman siya, very focused and about and very aggressive with what he wants.
Siguro sabihin na natin, medyo milder, eccentric. Oo, di ba? Milder ng konti, eccentric.
Ganun ba?
Oo.
Okay. Senator Marcoleta.
Ano ba to? May term pero baka alanganin ako sabihin eh. Pero siya eh, pag nakita mo, yung nasusubok na guluhin yung
Okay.
yung proceedings. Meron ako naisip na term kaso baka ma-trouble tayo eh.
Itong show naman natin dito, parang Elvis Presley to. You're looking for trouble. You came to the right place. Okay, well, dalawa na. Actually, meron pang iba. Pero let's move on muna to our
Mukhang ginagamit mo yung kay ma'am, yung mga linyanda mo na gano'n.
Kung ano mo yung style sir, di ba? Okay, from Sebastian, ano yung ba natin to? Ikaw na lang hindi, from Sebastian Tortelli. Ayan, ikaw na lang, nakita mo ba, sir? Ikaw daw ay attack dog ng Malacanang.
Alam niyo, yun na lang yun na lang ang counter argument nila. Pagka nasasaktan sila, hindi nila madepensahan yung linya nila. Gano'n na lang. Pero, yun nga, sabi nila your words cannot hurt me, di ba?
Sticks and stones, ha?
Yeah.
Okay. From Elvin Buendia Bazar naman to. Tatanda ka rin, Trill. Wow.
Yeah. Yun nga eh. Sabi ko, talagang ayun naman natin, hindi naman tayo yung gumawa ng mga kasalanan. Ginawa niya eh. Eksakto lang na tumanda siya nung nasingil siya. So, kailangan lang niya yun.
Okay.
It's penance.
from Tita Vermon Pasetes. Sabi niya, Sir Trillanes, galit na naman sila. Lakas mo daw kasing mang-asar. Go, go, go. Yan.
Yeah.
So ano mo sa'yo. Okay, and then from Alex Flores, my salute to this guy, very consistent in his calling and successfully jailing Duterte. Okay?
Yeah.
Ito to. From Roque Mayfairs, you're obsessed to the Dutertes. Actually, obsessed.
Actually, yung term, akala nila kasi obsessed. Ano? Pero sa akin kasi mission eh. Kailangan ko siyang mapanagot. So, hindi pa tapos yung mission, kaya hindi ko sila nilulubayan.
Wow.
So, gano'n lang yan.
Well,
And yung kay Marcoleta, siguro, the milder and safer term is obnoxious. Di ba? Oh, yeah.
Obnoxious, ha?
Obnoxious.
That's putting it very mildly.
Yeah.
Putting it very mildly. Okay. From Tanya Angel Vlogs naman, sa may buti pa si Senator Trillanes, and kahit hindi abogado, ang lawak ng pang-unawa niya.
Yeah.
Di ba? Dito naman, when you do karaoke, or you sing, of course, no? Pagka, what is your go-to song, Sen, pagka,
Yes, yung You ni Basil Valdez.
Uy! Pwede, Tirahin natin, Sige, pwede. You give me hope, di ba?
Yun yan.
Sige nga, Sen.
Hindi, kailangan natin ng lyrics eh.
Ganun ba?
Hindi, tingin mo na.
Pag mga lyrics. You It's Your Smile na lang part na yan. It's your smile,
your face, your lips that I miss.
Yan.
Your sweet little arms and there me and make me say, I'm with you through all the way, 'cause it's you who fills the emptiness in me.
It changes everything you see.
When I know I've got you with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Grabe, sinipawisan ako doon.
Galing.
Makanta ako ni Jojo.
Pero maganda. Kasi, di ba yun yung mga time natin?
Mga 80s yun.
Hindi naman natin
Medyo
makanta na
chill
yung
lang
makanta
yan.
ngayon, di ba? O kaya, tsaka that's, I think, is that what you do when ikaw medyo...
Mag-chill lang.
Chill lang, di ba? You still do that, of course, no?
Oo, kasi very stressful. In fact, pagkatapos yung araw, kailangan ko manood ng mag-Netflix.
Talaga?
Mag-relax lang ako to get my mind off.
Right. You need that,
You
no?
need, para hindi mo bit-bit, parang gano'n.
Apart from that, how was your physical? You play tennis?
Yeah, I play tennis, tapos I walk. So, on the phone, while walking, so
Doon ka lang.
kailangan minimum 10,000 steps.
10,000 minimum,
Minimum,
Kaya
every day.
pala you look fit and Pero sorry,
Yeah.
sana. Nagtitina ka na rin ba?
Hindi dito lang ako puti eh.
ganun
Kaya pagka
ba?
pag kami balbas, puro puti siya for some reason.
Yeah, oo.
Pero meron ng pailan-ilan na lumalabas na.
Okay, kasi alam nyo, mga kapolitika, pag nakita mo si Senator Trillanes, he's more good-looking in person. Also, alam mo, kumbaga, siguro ang wife mo kahawig ni Bea Alonso kasi John Lloyd ang dating mo. Sen Diba?
Ma'am, talagang pinagpa-practice ako ng mga bola ni.
Totoo naman.
Yeah.
No, pero I think that's what we need. I agree with you, Sen. No? Kasi talagang with what's happening now, sometimes you really actually just feel frustrated. Diba?
Yeah. So, kailangan mag-unwind ka.
Oo.
Para
di ba?
you start the next day recharged, di ba?
How are you with and the kids with you? Do they are they with you in your mission of yours?
Yes. Naman sila, very supportive sila. Siyempre, ini-insulate ko sila para focus lang sa okay naman. I can imagine mahirap din yung pinagdadaanan nila, but naintindihan nila that I need to do these things.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, if you were to just before we go to is there anything that you want to say one to the Vice President? If you have a message to her, what would that be?
Paano kaya yun? Kasi talagang, I don't think we would be able to get through eh. Pero sana naman kumbaga, just step back, wag na. Kasi alam naman niyang hindi niya kayang mamahala ng bansa.
And your message to the President?
Well, I sincerely hope that he survives this. So.
And lastly, your prayer and your message to the people, sa lahat ng nanonood sa atin.
Well, sabi ko nga, while nalulungkot tayo sa mga pangyayari ngayon, but mayroong pag-asa. Kaya kailangan lang konting kapit pa. Malulusutan din natin to.
Wow. Thank you very much. That is Senator Trillanes, Senator Trillanes. I'm very, very happy and honored that you were here. My hats off to you. I think more than the charm, more than the courage, I know that the letter C stands for country, and all the things that you're doing is out of love of this beautiful, beloved country that we have. Mabuhay po kayo, and thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Maraming salamat,
Sonny Trillanes on Politica All the Way.
Politica all the way. You know, we do that better than anybody. I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the front, but I don't think they know it. Straight to the depths of hell is where them cowards going. Well, all you still down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils be sorry for the day they finally free me. I got a caravan of niggas every time we ride. Hitting motherfuckers up when we pass by. Until I die, live the life of a boss player. Cause